another episode of V80 Learn. In today's session, we are going to see a tutorial about Spring Boot JPA application. Following technologies are required or good to know before starting this tutorial. Java 8 or above, Maven or Gradle, Spring Core, J2EE, and some SQL knowledge. Following technology or tools are required to run our sample. Any text editor or IDE, JDK 1.8 or later, Gradle or Maven, Spring Tool Suite, STS or IntelliJ IDE or any other IDE, Java IDE, and Postman application. So these four URLs are really very useful to run our demo code. The first URL have the GitHub URL have our code. The second URL have link for downloading STS, and the third URL have link for downloading Gradle, and the fourth one for Postman. So to know about our Spring Boot basic and Spring Boot demo, please refer our previous videos. So let's go on to Spring JPA. Spring Data JPA API provides JPA template class to integrate Spring application with JPA. JPA is nothing but Java Persistent API is the Sun specification for persisting objects in the enterprise application. It is currently used as the replacement for complex entity beans. Previously in J2EE environment, we have entity beans for persistent layer. So that becomes very heavy day by day, and also it's tightly coupled. To overcome that issue, in Java they came up with specifications. One of the entities, persistent specification is JPA. Many framework implemented the specification and developed their own JPA. It's equivalent to ORM actually. So ORM is nothing but object relational mapping. That is, we have our Java class objects that is equal to specific tables in the database. That is object relational mapping. It's a mapping between the relational database to our object oriented language. So in Spring JPA and also in our demo, these are the main things we are going to see. We will understand what that is and how that will work in our demo. One of the main annotation we are going to use in Spring JPA is at entity. This tells Hibernate to make a table out of this class, that is equivalent table for that particular class, or map existing table to that object. Another thing is the CURD repository interface. This will be auto implemented by Spring into a bean for CURD operation. So Spring have a default implementation for saving entities or updating entities or deleting entities or retrieving entities. So that is implemented in CURD repository interface. And another important thing is the driver jar. In this tutorial, in the demo, we are going to use MySQL. So the connector driver class will be MySQL connector.java. In a high level, we have a database. Database will have tables, and we are going to write an application, Spring Boot application. That application will persist the data in the database. So that is what we are going to see in the demo. Let's jump into the demo. So when you download the code from the GitHub, you can import that code using right click, import existing Gradle project. Next, and specify the location in the local drive where it is, the complete folder is, and click on finish. It will import all the necessary dependencies and load it as a Gradle project as shown here. So this is the main structure of that project. So the main class involves here is MySQL application, which is our Spring Boot application startup class, main controller, which is our controller class, and user and user repository. User is our entity class and user repository our repository interface. So as I told you, like in Spring JPA, entity is an important annotation. It's an implementation. It's an implementation for JavaX persistence JPA implementation, which means that this user object will map to a particular table. In our case, MySQL table, one of the MySQL table, for a user with the name user, and also it will map that these three variables like ID, name, and email, these variables to the column of that particular table. This is exactly that object relational mapping, where we are mapping our object with the relational table. So this is about our entity annotation implementation. Moving on, we are going to see the repository class. Curd repository is one of the implementation by Spring JPA, where all the implementation for a boilerplate code for the implementation for the saving, retrieving, deleting the record is done by the Spring framework. We just need to extend this curd repository to do all these operations. Then moving on to main controller. So in our demo, like we have one post method and one get method. We will see the post method here. The post method will have two parameters, the name and email, as our table have name and email column. And this object is filled with the name and email, and using our repository we are saving that object. If you see here, there are n number of methods which will be auto populated or auto implemented by Spring, which is useful for our curd operation. Save, update, equal, find by, delete. All these methods are used for curd operation and object relational model actually. This is about the controller, and the main other things this application requires is our application.property, where we specify the URL for the database and the username password for the database. And in Gradle, build.gradle or in form.xml, you can see the driver class here. So this will download the required dependencies for running our application. Let's start our application. Our application started in the default port of 8080. So if you see here in our controller, we have a path for adding the user /add. So we use this URL to pass this param name and email, and that will be persisted in using this repository class with the connection MySQL connection in our local database. So to test this, you can use Postman app. As I told you, the service name is demo, and the operation name is add, and it has it's a post request, and it has two param, name and email. So I am passing parameters, name as test1 and email as test1@gmail.com. So these parameter value I am passing here and submitting the request. It's successfully submitted. So let's see our database entry. This is our MySQL client. Select start from user, which is nothing but user is a table. You see our second record, that is this. You see this. We can see the second record, which is nothing but our record we just now tested, test1 and test1@gmail.com. So it successfully, that URL we are able to persist that object using Spring JPA. We are able to do a object relational mapping, and we persisted the data in our database, MySQL database. That's it for the demo of Spring JPA, and you can download the code in GitHub URL, and you can download the tools in the URL provided in the shown in the PowerPoint presentations, and you can execute the same code similarly. Thanks for watching the video. Happy learning.